Good morning. How's everybody doing today? Well, I'm babysitting the house generator today. Should be working. Probably gonna do some other things around the house, but haven't had any power for a couple of days. Had a really bad storm. It was really bad. I mean, I went outside during the storm. It felt like that there was a tornado or something, right? Sitting here in the house. Smart thing to do to go outside, right? I don't have anything to lose. Oh well. So anyway, I went out the back door onto the back porch, and man, it was bad. I just said, well, actually, before that, I was sitting in my living room, drinking coffee as usual, and I was sitting there, and it felt like there was a tornado outside. I mean, it was bad. I mean, I know I'm repeating myself from a minute ago. Don't think I forgot about that already. Man, it was bad. Rain coming down, and I said out loud to myself, I said, well, if God wants me, this is the time, because this is pretty bad. But I said, I'm not afraid, because I know you got me, God. You know, I know you got me in the palm of your hand, right? I've been through worse. Anyway, I went through a few hurricanes. You know, talking about storms here. I've been through a few hurricanes too. I mean, those were pretty bad. But this thing, I mean, this was incredible. Anyway, house is fine. Everything around me is fine. A few small branches out on one of the trees by my front gate. But everywhere else around, it's mayhem. There's power lines down, trees down, the whole 9 yards. Anyway, so I got the generator up and running. I had an electrician a few years ago make me a lockout switch from the main pole with the generator hook up on the side of the house. So all I got to do is, you know, take myself off the pole, put myself on generator main, and I can turn whatever breakers on that I want to run in the house, that sort of thing. I mean, it's pretty nice little setup. I think I paid him a few $100 to do it. It wasn't cheap, you know, but it was well worth it. Anyway, generator's running. It's a Generac generator, and gets good gas mileage. So anyway, what am I doing here this morning? I should be like giving you Minuteman videos, right, and all that. Well, I may do a Minuteman video or two tomorrow, or maybe Sunday. I'm not sure, because I got to babysit the generator today, and then I still got to do some stuff in my field. Corn's coming up nicely. Man, I'm thinking there's going to be like thousands of ears of corn. I planted and planted and planted. I planted so much corn. We're going to have corn coming. I don't even know what I'm going to do with all that corn. I know I'm going to dry some of it and grind it into flour. I had gotten one of those antique corn shellers a couple of years back in anticipation for starting to grind my own flour, right? So yeah, there's going to be some work coming up with that too, if I'm here. Okay, you guys know that I'm a Christian, and I do believe that the rapture is coming up. So when I say if I'm here, that doesn't mean I'm got some terminal illness or anything. No, it just means I'm waiting on the rapture like everybody else. But the thing is the revolt has to come first. We already talked about that 100 times. You got questions about the revolt and so on, just let me know, right? Alright, so what did I do yesterday, or was it the day before yesterday, before losing power, right? So I started making these load-bearing suspenders, okay? So these are based on the ATS suspenders that I got from ATS. Great company, American made. Go look them up. Anyway, I had not saw any green suspenders on their website. You know, if I remember the last time I had looked, I thought, well, I need some green kit, right? So these are based on theirs. They're a little bit different. Not much. They're not done yet. I still got 2 pieces to add on here, which will come down to my war belt. And another thing is I'm going to lay these out, and I'm going to be doing some black. I'm going to mix the black in with this olive and make tiger stripes the best I can with the I'm using flat black high heat stove paint, Krylon. I think it's Krylon. I've used that. Here's some tags off of some uniform bits, tiger stripe products. So I may take the scissors here, right, and try to cut some of this out, and then I'm going to make some of my own tiger stripe stuff to go on there, and then I'll get that paint going on. And incidentally, when you paint something flat paint for camo and stuff, it does not react, you know, when you go like night vision, right? So it doesn't like shine or anything like that. I forgot to time myself, so I got to check my time here. I'm 7 minutes in. So I got a few things to talk about. I've always got something to talk about, but this is like a mishmash video. I'm talking about a lot of things. So, you know, just take notes if you want, whatever. You can always refer back to your notes. So I'm working on this tiger stripe war belt setup, L.V.I, right? And the other day I got in those 2 light machine gun pouches, alright, which is what these guys are here. And then, so this one is a med kit right now, so I populated that, and we're going to go over that as soon as we get back to these Minutemen videos. I'm going to start talking about the belt kits and what I'm putting in these pouches and stuff, okay? So that's going to be, you know, maybe this next week, or maybe this weekend, something, you know, it's coming up. I know this stuff drags out, but you guys got to also realize that I don't make any money off this, and I do this stuff for you guys in my spare time. And it's also fun for me because, you know, I don't have anybody to talk to, right? So I talk to you, and I know you're listening out there. You know, at least some of you are. Some of you are probably, you know, flipping me the bird or something, because you could get away with that on the other side of the camera, right? So anyway, yeah. So on the back side here, I got these pouches. This is not ideal, but these are excellent pouches. I'll tell you about them later. But I'm thinking about, I got some material coming. I've always got something coming. But incidentally, those pouches were $5 each. They're 1,000 denier pouches. I'm a guy that's always looking. Yeah, I'm always looking around for some kind of deal because I'm on a limited income. I'm on a fixed income, right? So anyway, I'm always looking for stuff Got these pouches for $5 each. These general purpose pouches. I got 5 of them. Yeah, 5. I got 5 of them. They were $5 each. So clearance, I think. Well made. Anyway, I got the light machine gun pouches from the same people. Also extremely well made. They got YKK buckles. We'll go over all that soon, right? So anyway, so I'm doing up those load bearing suspenders. I'm working on this Tiger Stripe belt kit. Yeah, I'm working on that. I gotta work on my knife sheath yet. I still gotta stiffen up those pieces that I've made to go on there to drop it down just a bit. That's something else. I always got some sewing project to do. I finished my sit chair, my outdoor sit chair for sitting on the ground. You remember in the other video where I said you could lay it out and you could lay on it in a prone position if you wanted to be observing somewhere, or if you wanted to lay it out as like a shooter's mat type situation to keep down your gases and stuff. I worked on that also the other day. Wanted to talk about this camouflage I'm wearing. Also, check my time. 12 minutes. We got about 3 minutes left here. Alright, so in another video I talked about camouflage. I talked about how browns are so prevalent all over the world. Not every place has got greenery, but everybody's got dirt, right? So your primary color around the world is going to be dirt color. Anyway, so since I live in a 4-season environment, I had decided to go ahead and go with 2 setups. Spring, summer, and autumn, winter. So I got basically a green setup and a brown setup that I'm working on. Now, in that other video, I talked about colors, and what you'll notice is that tree trunks are mostly brown, grays, that sort of thing, right? And then up above the ground, you got foliage. So this is what I'm trying to get at here. So if I eliminate my inverted V, which would be caused by my legs, right? Then I have a trunk. See? So if I get rid of that V and I put my legs together, I have a trunk. I've hid this way so many times, just putting my legs together, so that when the enemy is scanning, whenever I've stopped to observe, I put my legs together. That way when the enemy is scanning, they don't see that inverted V. Alright? And this is inverted V here. Okay, you see that? So, the top here, I've got foliage, right? So I would veg up a little bit in addition to my camouflage blouse. And then I'm trying to keep my V's under control, my inverted V's under control. Keep your legs together. Another thing is that this wide-brimmed bush hat here is great for when you're prone and you're observing, to keep the sun off of your eyes, and and to just kind of let you focus in on what you're looking at, right? That this is not real good for when you're on the move on a patrol. And the reason why that is because this is green up here and this is green down here, and even if you put a green mask on, a tiger stripe mask, since we always have the sun during the day, you're going to get a shadow between that brim and your chest. there'll be a natural shadow right there. It'll look black. That's the reason why your eyes are always drawn to this area of the person. Okay, when you're out there and you're observing and you're looking, that's the reason why, because you created a natural shadow. So if you cut that brim down, or you fold it over and you sew it and make it about 2 inches, right? You really only need to do it right here in the front and the sides if you want to, and leave the back a little long so anything coming down, you know, will brush off the back and down your back, whether it's insects or rain or what have you, right? But you keep that frontal area clear. We'll come back in another one.